Hi everyone, this is William from the Headphone Experience. Today I'm here to talk about the Kennerton Vali headphone, or maybe it's pronounced Valley, I'm really not sure. I've only had these about just barely more than a day right now. I picked these up early yesterday at the post office. These are on loan to me from Kennerton Audio. And this is my first impressions video. I wanted to tell you what I thought of them. My absolutely first reaction to seeing these is they are absolutely beautiful. I have never seen a headphone that even compared to these and the way they look. Just the build quality, the craftsmanship. I mean, these things are a work of art in my opinion. Like I said, the build quality is just outstanding on them. There is not a single piece of plastic anywhere on these headphones that I can see. According to Kennerton, the ear cups are handcrafted from Peruvian walnut. The yokes and the clamps and all that are aircraft aluminum. The grills are a magnesium alloy, and the ear pads and the headband are covered in lambskin leather. Like I said, these things I'm blown away by the way these things look, the quality of them. I'm extremely impressed. I've never seen anything that even compared to them. Anyway, also the cable, which appears to be very high quality. It has the mini XLR connectors that connect to the ear cups. It's, I believe, 2 meters long. This one came with a 3.5 millimeter plug, which and also an adapter to standard 1/4 inch. They are a little bit on the heavy side. I weighed them, and according to my kitchen scale, these weigh 532 grams, which is only about 8 grams short of my old Hi-Fi Man HE500s that weighed in at 540 grams, according to my scale. But to tell you the truth, they don't feel heavy at all when I wear them. The Hi-Fi Mans feel very heavy. They get uncomfortable after a while. These, I guess it's just, I don't know if it's the headband, it's the leather pads. Whatever it is, something about them makes them very comfortable in my opinion. I probably wore these about 5 hours yesterday, an hour or two at a time, and I never had any problems with them. They're almost 200 grams heavier than my HE560s from Hi-Fi Man, which are the most comfortable headphones I own. And really, when I'm wearing them, they feel a little bit heavier, but they're almost as comfortable as the Hi-Fi Mans. I have no issues at all with the comfort of these. Like I said, I put about 5 hours in with these yesterday, and they never got uncomfortable or felt heavy to me at all. A big part of it, I think, is the adjustment system. You can see on the top of the yokes here, you have a thumb screw, and by loosening that, you can slide them up and down, but you can also rotate them. It rotates the yoke just enough that you can adjust it to where it is comfortable for you, and they're a little bit tough to get adjusted. For me, it's about right in the middle. And basically what I did is I got the height adjusted right, then put them on my head, and then loosened them just enough that I could twist them a little bit and get the front to back pressure just right. Tighten them down. Once you clamp them down, they're never going to move again. So unless you're sharing the headphones, you're only going to have to adjust these once and you're going to be done. I really like it. It's a good system in my opinion. They also rotate quite a bit up and down, so I have no issues at all with the comfort of these. They've got the leather strap inside the headband that supports the weight, evenly distributes it across your head. So what about the sound? Let's talk about that. My first impression on the sound of these, which took about 30 seconds to hit me, is these headphones are extremely dynamic. Just compared to, like, say, the last headphones I reviewed were the Hi-Fi Man Sundaras. And don't get me wrong, I love the Sundara, and right now it's my reference $500 headphone. But compared to the Sundaras, they're just way more dynamic, way more punch. Things like drum beats just jump out at you. Notes from a piano, different things. I notice that when I listen to these, that just certain sounds are just jumping out of the headphone at me, just really present. Also, besides from being extremely dynamic compared to anything I've heard before, the next thing I noticed about these is the bass. Okay, the mid bass on these is a lot more present than with, say, the Hi-Fi Man Sundara. The Sundara, you would probably have to boost the bass about 3 to 4 decibels to be at the same level as the bass on these. But the difference is, and like I said, don't get me wrong, I love the Sundara. I think it's the best $500 headphone out, but the Valleys are about twice that price, so it's really not a fair comparison. But anyway, what I noticed about the bass on these is the detail and the detail and the texture of the bass is just incredible. I'm listening to music that I've heard literally hundreds or thousands of times. And with these headphones, I'm hearing details and texture in the bass that I've never heard on any headphone or speaker before. You've probably heard people say, that I'm hearing things I've never heard before. I'm hearing new things in the music. And that hasn't happened to me in a long time. And I am being totally honest with you. That's why I listened to these for 5 hours yesterday. Just about everything I listen to, I'm hearing new details in the bass that I've never heard before. As far as the rest of the tone balance, it's really good to me. In my opinion, the bass is strong, but it doesn't override the mid-range. The detail in the mid-range and treble are real good. The treble is a little more laid back than, say, the Sundara, but it's very present, it's there, it's detailed. I have no problems at all with it, really like it. As far as my opinion of this headphone, just my overall opinion, and like I said, this is just an initial impression because I've only had these for one day, but I've had headphones that I've listened to for maybe a month before I really had a strong opinion of them. When I got my Hi-Fi Man HE 560s, it took me probably a month to eventually decide that I liked them a little bit better than my HE 500s. And, but that was my eventual opinion of them, and I probably do listen to them more. I would say within 10 or 15 minutes of putting these headphones on, these became my favorite headphone. Like I said, the Hi-Fi Man Sundara, which was the last headphone I reviewed, is a great headphone, but it's in a different price range, and it really can't compete with these. I'm hoping that, well, first of all, I plan to do a full review of these in a couple weeks, more detailed, more extensive, you know, get into the sound deeper. But anyway, I'm also hoping, I'm working on trying to get a couple of other headphones in the same price range so I can do a comparison. Because like I said, the Sundaras, it's not, I still have those. They're on loan to me from Hi-Fi Man, but it's really not a fair comparison because they're half the price of these. But anyway, I'm hoping to get a couple other headphones in the same price range, do a comparison, and like I said, in a couple weeks, I'm going to do a full review of these. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up for today. Once again, this is William from the Headphone Experience. If you like my videos, please like them on YouTube. Please subscribe to my channel. And also, would be happy to have you join us at my headphone, my headphone group on Facebook called the Headphone Experience. We're up at over 2,000 members now. Thank you, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks with the full review.